Hello and welcome to Third and Long, an Australian podcast series covering 360 degrees all access pass to the NFL, and we put an Aussie twist on it. I am left one out today hosting, and it's just me and Top Rope. Corey's missing in action, unfortunately, and Paige was just a cameo last week. So this week we're going to be jumping straight into To The House with Top Rope. And we're going to be covering all 14 games this week. So there's plenty of action for you just in the betting segment. So as we lead into To The House, we will be back with Top Rope shortly. To The House is brought to you by topsport.com.au. They are a family owned and operated for 35 years. Bet with a bookie you can trust. Bet with topsport.com.au. Before we bring in the great man, Nick Top Rope Tedeschi, we will just quickly go over that he's Week 13, he went 2-3 from his 5 tips, which brings his season now to 35 wins and 33 losses. As we put up the graphic just to cover what happened in Week 13 in the NFL bookie wrap, see the favourites winning and the line covering were both 8 out of 14 at 57%. Totals, the unders dominated again there with 64%, and also the away team. So as you can see on the season, favourites winning at 59%, the covers at 44%, the unders are winning clearly by 57%, and right on 50%, the home and away teams are neck and neck at the moment. So throw to you, Top Rope. How did you go with your results for Week 13?
It was, again, a pretty slow start. Taysom Hill did us no favours with the Saints on Thursday Night Football. Houston never in that one against Indianapolis. The Arizona-Chicago game was got out of hand a little bit late there, but came home well with a couple of big chippers there. The Jacksonville Rams under was pretty safe, and the Denver-Kansas City game never looked like going over. So a couple of nice results there.
It's 2 weeks in a row, Top Rope. You've started slowly, and when the chips are all in late in the week, that seems to be your hitting zone so far.
Yeah. I'm like one of those terrible racehorses that just gets back to last. I could have Michelle Payne on the back. Just get back, get to the outside, and flash home for a fast finishing second.
You don't map well? Is that what you're telling me?
I don't map well at all. Craig Williams, Brad Rawiller, Michelle Payne, one of them's in the saddle.
All right, let's get in to see how Top Rope's going to map early here. We'll cover the early games. So Top Rope's due, I think, after a couple of poor starts out of the barriers, as he says. So we will go to the TV games. We've got 8 TV games to cover this week for Week 14, and we are kicking off on the Friday 12:20 time slot on ESPN Melbourne time. We've got Pittsburgh travelling to Minnesota here. Minnesota are the home favourites at -3.5, and the total is now at 43 flat. Top Rope, we've got Pittsburgh finally got a win on the board last week. They found a way to beat one of your sides there, Baltimore, by a point. And the Vikings, they're starting to catch up with them in these close games now. They're starting to lose their way at 5-7. They've lost 2 straight. How do you see this game panning out on Friday?
Yeah, Minnesota covered as one of their last 10 as a favourite, 6 of their last 19 overall. Pittsburgh, 13-5 against the number as a road underdog. Got to be at Pittsburgh here, getting the field goal on the hook here. Look, I don't mind Roethlisberger in a dome up there in Minnesota. Minnesota, Thielen looks unlikely at this stage. I'm not sure he's been ruled out just yet, but I just don't trust Minnesota at all. I think the head coach is Mike Zimmer's close to being fired there. So we'll take the Steelers on the points.
Okay, next game we have got starts off our Monday morning 5 a.m. slots. The first game we're going to cover is on 7 Mate. For those who are watching early, Baltimore travel to Cleveland to take on the Browns. We've got the Browns home favourite here, line of -2.5, and a low total there of 42 flat. Divisional matchup here, Top Rope. These guys actually played each other only 2 weeks ago in a low-scoring game where Baltimore won 16-10. That was in Baltimore. Can Cleveland win off the bye here?
No. Absolutely stunned that Cleveland are favourite in this game. Baltimore suffered a pretty bad divisional loss when they went for the two to knock off Pittsburgh there, but they did control the game for long periods. Jackson's certainly not playing his best, but he's playing significantly better than Baker Mayfield's playing. That's for sure. And so I'm all over Baltimore here. Best of the week, no doubt. 8-2 against the number as a road dog. 16-5 against the number as a dog. 9-3 against the number in the division. Cleveland 11-28 against the spread in the division. Covered just 16-51 against a winning team. Absolutely backing Baltimore, who have also covered 11 of the last 13 in Cleveland.
Okay, with the early move for Cleveland going from -1 flat to 2.5, do you think it'll reach 3 in this game?
Gosh, I hope so. Gosh, I hope so. I wouldn't be backing it, but surely it doesn't reach 3.
Okay, the next of our 5 a.m. games, the Raiders travel to the Chiefs to take on Kansas City at 5 a.m. This is shown on ESPN. We've got the Chiefs favourite here, a very strong favourite at -9.5, a total of 48.5. Top rope, another division game here in what is a very tight affair at the moment. There's only 2 wins cover the whole 4 teams in this division. We've got the 6-6 Raiders against the 8-4 Chiefs. Chiefs have now won 4 in a row, and the Raiders have lost 4 out of their 5. So opposing form lines, how do you see this game?
Yeah. The first thing that stands out is the total in this one is way too big here. Kansas City have kind of rebooted their season based on the lack of a very strong defense. They were very good against Denver. Offense still not firing at all. The under 6-1 when Kansas City are favoured, 4-1 when they're off a win. And division matchups go under at 61% from week 13 onwards. So I will be backing the under with a good deal of confidence.
Next game is on ESPN2 at 5 a.m. We've got another divisional matchup here. We've got Dallas traveling to Washington. Dallas are the favourites here at the moment of -4 flat at the line. Total is 48 flat. The top 2 in the NFC East currently here, and they play twice in the next 3 weeks. So this will decide the division here, top rope. We've got Washington, who have somehow managed to win 4 straight games in a row. Dallas are starting to get their troops back. Got the second-ranked offense. They looked much better last week. How do you see this game? Can Dallas go in and get the win in Washington and stop their run?
Yeah, they can. I'll probably lean towards Washington here. Covered 8 of 10 off a win, 5 of 6 against winning teams. But the bet that clearly stands out for me, again, another division unders game here, under 49. The Washington are a huge unders team. 6-1 when they're a dog, 10-3 when they're at home, 13-3 when they're against a winning team. Dallas, usually know this team, but 5-1 under in their last 6, 5-1 under when they're a road favourite. So on the under in this one.
Divisional matchup here. Atlanta Falcons travel to play Carolina Panthers. The Panthers here are home favourites, line of -3 flat, and the total is 42.5. Top rope, we've got some ordinary form lines here. Both teams have lost 3 out of their last 4 games. How do you see this one?
Yeah, I don't love this game as a betting proposition. I think I expect a low-scoring game, but the total's low enough there at the 42.5. I'm having a bet this one. Probably go to Falcons, getting the 3 points. 4-1 against the number on the road, 4-1 against the number off the loss, 11-4 against the number against the losing team. So slightly in the Falcons.
Jacksonville Jaguars travel to Tennessee to take on the Titans in this one. We've got a strong home favourite, Tennessee Titans, looking to get a win on the board, a line of -8.5, and a pretty low total here too, top rope, 43.5. Jacksonville 2-10, Tennessee are 8-4, another divisional matchup. Average match here, have you got a betting option?
Well, it can't be with the Jags here, that's for sure. They've covered just 4 of 13 off a loss. Line big enough, not jumping at Tennessee. Having a bet on the over here. The over 11-3 when Tennessee play a division rival, 18-7 when they're favoured. So backing the over in this one.
New Orleans Saints travel to the great city of New York to take on the Jets. The Saints are the away favourites here, a line of -5 flat. Low total here of 43 flat. Top rope, 2 ordinary matchups, both teams struggling for form. The Saints have now lost 5 in a row. Can they get a win on the board in New York?
Yeah, they can. I do lean towards the Saints here at the line. Here, they're a well-travelled team, but the quarterback situation is just very, very concerning at the moment. Taysom Hill was dreadful against the Cowboys last week, so I'm going to let that go. I'm keen on the over, though. The over is 10-4 when the Saints are off a loss, 5-2 when they're against a losing team. Big over spot for the Jets, who are generally regarded as a pretty low-scoring team. 18-7 over against the losing team. 5-1 over when they're off a double-digit home loss. So, got to go with the over 43 in this one, weather dependent, of course.
Seattle travel to Houston to take on the Texans in this one. Seattle are a strong away favourite at the line of -7.5 currently, and a very low total of 41.5. Top rope. Seattle upset the 49ers last week against probably the trend. They've only had 4 wins on the board. Houston have got 2. Big away line here for Seattle. Are you keen either way?
Got to be on Houston here. Getting 7.5 at home. Cannot have Seattle in this spot. 1-8. 1-8 against the spread as a road favourite. 2-11 against the spread off a win. Look, there's not much favour in Houston here, but they have at times shown a little bit of defensive mettle. So, be on Houston, relatively small play.
New York Giants travel to Los Angeles to take on the Chargers. Home favourite dominant here. Chargers line of -10.5. Lowish total here of 44.5. Top rope, we've got inconsistent teams going at the moment. They've got good win-loss sequences going. The Chargers 7-5 still in the playoff race. Can they get the win on the board here?
They'll probably get the win, but there's absolutely no way I'd be jumping to -10.5. The Chargers 5-14 against the spread as a home favourite, 5-16 against the spread against the losing team, 8-23 against the spread of scoring 30. The Giants 21-8 against the spread on the road. I am more than happy to take the +10.5, regardless of who the quarterback is.
Detroit Lions off a big win, first win of the year. Now look to back it up as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. The Broncos are going to start short favourites here, line of -8 flat and a low total again of 42.5. Not the best matchup again here, top rope. Have you got a lean? Can Detroit Lions make it 2 in a row?
I don't think they can make it 2 in a row, but they can certainly cover. I'll be taking the +8 in this one. They've covered 4 straight on the road, 4 straight as a dog. Denver 4-11 against the number as a home favourite. So I think the number here is a little bit big. Low scoring game. I like the under in the 42.5, so very happy to be on the +8.
49ers travel to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. We've got a close betting game here at the moment. The Bengals are just favourite, line of -1 flat, and the total is at 48.5. This is an 8:25 a.m. game shown on 7 Mate. We've got the 6-6 Bengals, 6-6 49ers against the 7-5 Bengals here. Both teams have been pretty inconsistent, and they were both disappointing last week, top rope. So I'm not sure how 49ers lost to Seattle, actually. That was a really poor loss for the 49ers. Who responds best here?
Look, Cincinnati are entitled to. The Niners are without, we'd argue with their 2 best players, Deebo Samuel, Fred Warner, both out. But cannot get on board Cincinnati as a home favourite. Cover just 2-7. Just don't like them as a favourite, full stop at the moment. We'll be back in the under, another under here. I think this will be on the big week for unders. 47.5 the number. 7-3 when San Francisco off a loss. 5-1 when they're an underdog. 7-3 when the Bengals are off a loss. So back in the under here. Pretty high total in this one.
Okay, the other 8:25 game will be shown on ESPN. We've got a real cracker of a game here. Buffalo were in a cracking game last week. They continue a tough stretch in their draw. We've got Buffalo travelling to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay are the favourites at -3.5 the line, and very high total, 52.5. We've got the 7-5 Bills against the 9-3 Bucks. Allen v. Brady. They were 2 MVP considerations at the start of the year here, top rope. They've probably gone in different directions, to be fair. Brady's tracking nicely to win another MVP, while Allen's team's starting to fall off a cliff for mine. We've got the first-ranked offense against the second-ranked defense. Who wins out here?
Look, I marked this one 3.5, so I can't really find an edge on the sides here. I do think this total is a little large here, 52.5. The under is 9-7 when Buffalo are off a loss, 5-2 in Tampa a favourite. Not a huge deal of confidence this one, but probably leaning the under.
Okay, our last game on the Monday at 12:20 on ESPN, we see Chicago Bears travel to take on the Green Bay Packers. Very strong home favourites here, the Packers. Line is at 13 flat on a pretty low total for a high line at 44 flat. Again, Top Rope, another divisional matchup where this division seems shot though with the 9-3 Packers. Looks like they've got it done and dusted. Lead by 4 games. And with the team of Chicago who have lost 6 of the last 7. This is the largest line of the week. How do you see this one?
Yeah, you can bet the minus with a good deal of confidence here. Green Bay have covered 21 of the last 28 against the Bears. So historically had it over them. They've covered 13 of 16 overall. We've covered 6 of their last 7 as a favourite. The Bears covered just 7 of their last 26 off a double-digit home loss, 3 of 12 against the NFC North. Clear bet on the Packers here.
Last game of the week that we're covering for the TV games, or the last game of the week, will be seen on Tuesday at 12:15. This will be seen on ESPN. We've got the 5th divisional matchup of the 8 TV games that we're covering. We've got the Rams taking on Arizona. The home favourite, Arizona, are favourites at -3 flat. The total is at 52 flat. Top Rope, if Buffalo-Tampa isn't the game of the week, this one surely is. We've got the 8-4 Rams against the 10-2 Cardinals. Both have got winning form, high-powered offenses here. Good finish to the week.
Yeah, great finish to the week. Don't often get to go on this on Monday night here. Being a little disrespected here, the Cards for mine. They've covered 6 of 8 for a win. I'd rather be on them. The Rams failed to cover any of their last 7 for a win of 14+. Only covered 2 of their last 7 on the road. Jumping on board the Cards here.
Just to make mention, if you like what you hear, especially from Nick Top Rope Tedeschi, you can head to Little Birdie Pod. Click on the link from To The House for $22 a week. You can get all his detailed information. We've only got 5 weeks left of the season, so the rest of the season pass is at $110. If you're serious about your NFL punting, make sure you get To The House. All right, as a throwback to Top Rope now, I just want to cover the Super Bowl prices here at Top Sports. We've only got 5 weeks away from the playoffs now, Top Rope, so it's getting to the business end. Not much seems to have changed, really. We said it was going to be a wide-open, probably betting affair. It seems to have shaked out. We've had a few different Super Bowl favourites throughout our couple of months so far, and currently, I just want to see if you've got one bet for us this week, who you're betting. I'll quickly run down the list. We've got Tampa Bay Bucks leading at $6. The Chiefs are at $7.50. The Patriots now into third favourite at $8. The Cardinals, who have done nothing wrong, at $8.50. The Packers travelling beautifully, also at $8.50. The Bills are on the way out, starting to wobble now at $11. We've got the Cowboys and the Rams at $13. Just over the page here, because we want to bring up how the 49ers are out to $51. I know Top Rope tipped them a couple of weeks ago at value at $41. So are you re-upping on the 49ers? And I think you tipped the Packers last week. So are you happy with how the Packers are travelling?
Yeah, they had the bye last week, so that certainly did them no harm. I'd rather be on the Packers again. The 49ers can sneak in and cause some trouble. The lack of Deebo Samuel and Fred Warner, they're 2 huge outs here. So I wouldn't. You've got the price on the 49ers a few weeks ago. I'll just let that one ride. I think the Packers are still the best value on that front page of betting.
Each week, our 4 panellists, even though 2 are missing today, will be granted $100 to invest their best bet of the week. It is proudly brought to you by topsport.com.au. It is Australia's biggest bookie. Bet where the pros get set. All our profits from this year that we do win will be donated to Corey's platform called Walk With Me Online, which does some awesome work in the mental health space. So if you haven't checked it out throughout this year, please get on board. And if you can help, please do so. We'll quickly check week 13 results. As you can see on our screen now, we had 2 out of 4 win. We had both Corey McKernan and Nick Top Rope Tedeschi get theirs, with the Colts -9.5 for Corey and the Broncos Chiefs under 47.5. We go to the leaderboard, or the overall results, which way you want to look at it. We've got Corey on 10-3. Paige and Nick on 6-7. I'll bring up the rear on only 3 wins for the year so far. You can see the total raise for Walk With Me Online currently sits at $2,375. We're looking to build that bank to maybe 3.5, maybe 4,000 by Super Bowl day. Okay, let's get on to the all-important Week 14 predictions from our panelists. We'll kick it off. I'll just run through these. Corey is choosing the Raiders and the Chiefs total under 48.5 for his pick. Paige has sent in the Buccaneers at the line at -3.5. Top Rope Tedeschi's going the Baltimore Ravens at the outsider at plus 2.5 line, and I am tipping the Cardinals at minus 2.5 to get a win on the board for myself. Okay, time to cover the third and long Super Bowl competition, which is getting to the business end. We've already listed 13 winners this week. This week's winner for week 13 is Matt Shannon, and he is the tagline of @MattShannon26. He's already been notified. He's very happy for him and a mate to come along and join us at the Super Bowl party, which will be the second week of February, located in Melbourne. This week's match will be at 12:20 on Friday between Pittsburgh and Minnesota. We will send out a tweet that you can respond to at Third and Long TV and at Little Birdie TV. All you need to do is pick your team and the margin that you think will be the final result, and you get a chance to join with a friend to our Super Bowl party. Okay, that's a wrap for a shortened show for Third and Long today. Appreciate Top Rope running through all 14 games for us. Please follow us and like us. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us in the Apple Store, on Spotify and SoundCloud, or wherever you listen to your podcast. You can follow us on Little Birdie TV and Third and Long TV. Remember, for all your NFL action, you can get your action down at topsport.com.au. Please enjoy week 14 and punt wisely. See you next week.